right, it's nice to have you all here. It's so nice to have you all here. Okay, so a lot has been said, and of course, a lot is yet to be said. But we keep pushing and we keep pushing. So, my name is Kamsiyo Nova. I'm a registered nurse, and it's nice to have you on this platform. This is all about sexuality, health, wellness, and lifestyle. All right, so just like it is stated here, the topic for today is just like you're seeing it on your screen, what people thought of me when I started this channel on sexuality. All right, so like I said earlier, a lot has been said. A whole lot has been said. So I'm just gonna start with I was very I was very careful to write out some things so we don't forget anything along the way, man. So in nursing there is this thing called Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of basic need. All right, we have the physiological need. Now the physiological need has some things lined under it, which includes food, includes shelter, and I want to shock you, the physiological need, which is the first base, like the base of the pyramid, has sex in it. So many people, I don't know, they're kind of, when you talk about sex, they're like, hey, oh yeah, no, don't say it near me. The way they react is so funny. It's so funny because why would you react that way? I mean, in the physiological need, human need, which is physiological needs, it's kind of the base, one of the first. We have sex in it. So why would you react that way? I mean, why not talk about sex? Why don't you talk about sex? Why don't you, consider sex when you're doing the whole calculation, what you need for life, blah, 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 blah. You have to consider sex. So when I started the channel, many people said many things, and I'm just going to start with what my classmate said. Okay, so she was like, come see. This thing is somehow. I was like, I don't understand. How is it? So the young girl was like, why would you be doing this kind of thing? So I was like, what am I doing that is contrary? I have never told you in my video, go and have sex with all the men in Lagos. I have never said that in my video. So why are you feeling this way about my thing, my content? And she was like, wait, you're a Christian. Back then, when we were in school, you used to kabash, you used to do this, you used to talk about Jesus. Where I was like, yes, I still talk about Jesus now. Even to today, I talk about Jesus. She was like, no, you don't understand. I was like, make me understand. What do you mean? Then she was like, does your father in the Lord know about this? Does he know about this? Okay, I'll come to what my reply was, okay, in that aspect, because my father in the Lord also said something. But the truth is, yes, my father in the Lord knew about it and he supported it. Okay, so when she threw the whole tantrums, I had to explain to her why I was in it. Then she was like, okay, it's good, Sha. You can go ahead. I was like, I have to. So the next person that said something about this is a guy. I posted something on the Facebook about this thing, and I posted it with the link. Okay, the particular video I posted was on does having sex with different penis size make your vagina loose? That was the thing I posted. So the guy was like, how can you be promoting multiple sex partnership? How can you be promoting premarital sex? How can you be promoting extramarital sex? I was like, goodness, bro, you have not seen this video. That's what it means. You have to see the video before you come and start lying in my under my post. It doesn't make sense. Have you seen the video? And the guy was like, I don't need to see the video. Your write-up shows that all you are talking about is premarital sex, extramarital affairs. having multiple sex partners. I was like, wow, this guy is not it. So I just left the guy because the whole thing from him was so. In fact, I have been battered. Hey, brethren, I have been battered with words. The whole thing was not it. It was not, it was so. If I were someone that is not strong-willed, I would have been discouraged and definitely would have dropped the whole thing because it was too much. It was honestly too much. People that I know, people that I don't even know from Adam, they were on my neck. So there is this guy called, okay, no need to call names, but there is this friend of mine. He was like, he saw a video that I posted on anal sex. So the last live video I did, then he was like, come see. I said, yes, how are you? He said, me, I'm not fine though. He was like, if I don't, if I don't know you, I would have been like, don't even know what to say. I was like, tell me. And it was like, the first time I saw the video where you're talking about sexuality and all, I was laughing. It was hilarious. It was so hilarious. Then I had to ask him, okay, so what's funny about the video? I mean, you mean you didn't learn anything? You didn't learn anything? So he was like, no, it's not as if I didn't learn anything, but it was so hilarious seeing you of all people, doing such videos. Like, hey, I don't understand. What's so special about me doing the video? I mean, this is not something out of the world, out of the earth, out of what we see and what we, experience as humans that we are. So he was like, I will not understand. So I was like, okay, no problem. Don't worry. I'll let you know the reason why I am into this. Then I told him, and I'm gonna tell you watching this, all right? So then there is this other guy. His name is, you don't need to know, but he's my childhood friend, and we have known each other from Adam. The time I did the video, the time I did the video titled Sex During Menstruation, the guy was on my neck. I went to visit him. You have been long we saw each other, so I went to see him. I was like, "Hey, guy, you have been long." He's like, "Yes, come. I have a lot of questions to ask you." I was like, "Yeah, ask me all the questions you have. I mean, I'm ready to answer you." So he was like, "Come see." I said, "Yes." He said, "Have you done it?" I was not expecting that question. Honestly, I was not expecting that question because he was like, "Have you done it?" I looked at him. I was like, "Done what?" He said, "I saw your last video on. I saw your last video on sex during menstruation. Have you done it?" So I told him, no. That the topic of the title of the video is what somebody said. So I made that particular quote the title of the video. Then he was like, I was like, what? Then he was like, the way you are seeing this is as if you have done everything. It's as if you have entered everywhere. I was like, bro, calm down. He said, come see, you are not telling me the truth. I was like, bro, you have to chill, please. You have to chill. I mean, calm down. So I don't know. I left the whole conversation, but I feel he didn't really feel so convinced. He's still having some doubts, and many people actually have had other texts, other DMs, and you're like, I know you'll be good in bed. Then I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I mean, I am giving you a knowledge you need, and then you're saying, I know you'll be good in bed. Like I said, if I were not strong-willed, I would have dropped this, pack my load, pack my belongings, pack my luggages, and run away. Because sometimes when people say something disgusting, like, I know you're, goodness. Hey, so the last person I'm going to mention is my father in the Lord. Name withheld, but many people should know him. I mean, if you're close to me, you should know him. So he was the one that motivated me. All right, he motivated me in this aspect. I'm a very good public speaker, and I have been this way when I was young, and growing up I got better. So um when I was almost done with nursing school, he was like, come. I said, yes sir. He was like, I think you should start this, you should do this and do that. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna think about it. I was struggling with the topic to talk about. I was like, okay, what niche should I belong to? Because doing YouTube without having a niche is kind of disastrous. So I was like, okay, what niche should I belong to? I was busy racking my brain. I know a lot of things to talk about, but I need something that, I mean, when I delve into it, it is my stronghold. So he was the one that suggested, talk about this. I was like, sir, God bless you. You're like, yes. Talk about it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So one day, I mean, halfway into the project that we agreed on, he was like, he entered my day, was like, come. I said, yes, sir. He said, how do you do this thing? I was like, sir, I don't understand. I don't understand. He was like, how do you manage to talk about this? Don't you feel somehow? I was like, sir, I don't feel anyhow. Then he was like, uh, he was like, okay, you don't feel anyhow. I said, no, I don't feel anyhow whatsoever. I don't feel anyhow. So I told him that now I'm telling you too that I approach every topic as a medic that I am. I mean, I'm a nurse and I approach every topic with that understanding, with that front. So there was even a guy that asked me some time ago that, so you mean that if you see your patient naked, you don't feel anyhow? I was like, this is my patient and my patient should feel safe in my presence. My patient should feel safe in my presence. So I told him that, I told my father in the Lord that I approach every topic with the mindset that, okay, I'm a nurse and I am approaching it to give people what they need to bless people, to bless people with the knowledge they need to live right. All right. So even one of my videos, one of the guys that sent me DM was like, I thought you were deviating from faith. Then all of a sudden, as I was watching that video, and I saw where he said, I don't support premarital sex and I don't support multiple sex partners. I was like, oh, thank God you saw that part. But it's like, yes. When I said, I was like, no need to worry, no need to worry. I was like, you are not serious. Honestly, many people have thought many things. Many people have I don't even know, have had many misconceptions about this channel, but I know why I started and I'm gonna stick to it. So why did I venture into this? Why did I leave other aspects and decided to venture into this? The reason why is because the fact that many people or lots of people are not talking about this does not mean that it should not be talked about. All right, it does not mean it should not be talked about. This is part of who we are as humans. This is part of who we are as humans. All right, in as much as there are age limits for people to venture into sex and all whatnot, but the fact that in one way or the other, at one point in time or the other, you definitely are gonna have sex. You definitely are gonna come in contact with someone, love someone, have intimacy with someone. You have to be alert. You have to open your ears to listen to these things. There are certain situations that will pop up and you don't want to act like you know this. You don't want it to be the reason why your marriage is gonna be a bit shifty here and there, and for a long time you're trying to handle something that if only you had the knowledge you would have handled it a long time ago. So if you know how to eat, if you know how to make up, if you know how to cover yourself when it's cold, then you should know things about sex, what's the do's and don'ts of sex, sexuality, who you are, your gender, and all whatnot, your genitals too. You need to know when it is safe. You need to know when it's not safe. I made a video on why you should be bothered when you don't have morning erections, and this is something that every man should be concerned about. I made a video on I made a video on why the penis gets stuck in the vagina during sex, and many people have not seen that video. Now just imagine on your wedding night you're trying to open up your new package, brother. And eventually, this sister have had one trauma, one small trauma or the other, and this sister started feeling somehow, and all of a sudden your penis got stuck in her vagina. You don't know what to do. This is the reason why you have to, you have to follow up with trend of events in this channel. Because at a point in time, you may be needing it. Honestly speaking, you may be needing it. All right. So this is the reason why I ventured into this. If everyone is shying away from talking about it, I am not going to shy away from talking about it. I'm going to talk about it, and I don't care what you say. I don't care what your views are. I don't care what you think. I'm going to stick to it till the end, even if your discouraging words are getting so dense. I am getting so dense as well in doing what I'm doing. All right. So thank you all for following till this time. I love you all. Now you know the reason why I ventured into this. If you've got any question to ask, I am here to answer you. If you have any thoughts to share, it's best to say it now, because don't think don't come to my DM and be like, I thought that. I am not going to answer you. I thought that. No, please don't stop thinking and put it down. Thank you, blessed. Thank you, Onyechukwu, for following. I love you. So we have come to the end of the live video. God bless you. Yeah. All right.